Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. It's Troy here. I went to a gun show today. First one I've been to, I believe, since I think it was it January, I think. And it wasn't one of the real large ones in the area. It was like I would call a medium-sized gun show. And these are the video is going to be just some observations of what I saw in pricing, and also kind of a rant stuck in there too as well. Um, I went there, just to check out, prices on different things, just see, if anything went up in price, down in price, but also I was still in the market for a 45, and, wanted to get more pricing information, and, get a little bit more hands-on. And also I was looking for some ammo boxes, and nobody had any of those. So as far as observations on looking at 45s and handguns in general, they seem to be, great prices on them, and some of them cheaper than I thought I would see. The two gun shops that I go to here locally, most of the 45s that I've been looking at, and I haven't been looking at like 1911 type of 45s, mainly, like Glocks or Springfield or a Ruger, something like that. And they're usually, your Glocks are usually in the high six, not high, mid to low 600 range. Some of the Springfield Rugers, high fives, low sixes. And so at the gun shop, everything as far as 45s in that type of 45, compact to mid-size, were in the high 500s. And I didn't see any others in what I was looking at in the 600s. And they even had some 1911 ones. They had a Springfield that was a like a 1911 style. That was only $500, and it was a brand new pistol. So it seemed like the handguns were affordable, good prices on them. As far as the ARs and AKs, still very expensive. There was more ARs than AKs to be found. ARs are still 1,200, up to about 1,800, and those are just your entry level ones that before all the shit hit the fan was $600 to $800. There was one table, and I don't know their company name or where they were from, but they didn't have an AR over $1,000, and they had Bushmasters, the little bit better quality ones, and they were like $8.99. So I congratulate them for that. That wasn't too bad. Now, as far as ammo and some of the accessories, I've done quite a few videos, and there's a lot of videos out there. I'm calling people who buy ammo and then mark it up 4 or 5 times. I call them price gougers and pieces of shit, and all kinds of names, and I still don't agree with it. But when I'm there and I'm looking at ammo prices, and and people are going up there and just crowding around these ammo tables. And like I said, it wasn't a large a gun show, so the real big ammo dealers were not there, but there were about 4 or 5 in there, and there wasn't a big selection or a lot of it, but the people would crowd around. You'd have any 22. Now the only 22 that I saw was 500 rounds of I think it was Armscore, I believe it was, and they wanted it they were selling it for the great price of $100, and I just cringed when I saw that price, and I didn't see anybody buy any. But as I came back to the table about an hour or so later, I noticed a couple of boxes had been gone. So, I'm looking at it now that I still think it's wrong if somebody buys something like this that I get when they come into Walmart for $25, $27, and somebody sells it for $80 to $100. That's pretty ridiculous. But on the other hand, just being at the show, I'm going, but nobody's twisting their arm to buy it. But like I said, I still haven't changed my mind about people that do that. But on the other hand, you don't know how much they paid for it. If they bought this from a middleman for $40 or $50, and they're selling it for $75, Well, that's not really big price gouging. So we don't know how much they're paying for it, but most likely they're standing in line with the others. Sometimes there's videos, and I've talked to people that there's they call them the ammo gangs or ammo crews, that if they find out ammo's coming to a local Walmart, there's just a line of them, and they all know each other, and they work together, and they buy their 3-box limits, and then they go to the shows, or they go on Gun Broker and they sell it for a ton of money. But then what keeps these people in business are the people that are actually buying the ammo for those high prices. So, I've said it, other people have said it, if you absolutely don't need the ammo, don't buy it at the high prices. Don't. It's coming back. It's not coming back in all areas. And of course, it doesn't stick around very long. But there's a lot more in my area. I've been able to see a pattern that at least 2 shipments a week, not necessarily large shipments, 2 shipments a week for the past almost a month and a half, 2 months. And it's just by going on Walmart.com and I've shown, and others have shown, how to be able to work that system and be able to see if it's coming in. Some people, are concerned about the dates not being correct, the updates, but in my area, I've seen it where it's 3 days behind and it says it's in stock and it's here. I'll say 9 times out of 10, if it says it was in stock in my area, it's there. I've only had one time where it wasn't there. Now, as far as pricing, $50 to $60 at the gun show for Pmags. And I can go to my gun shop, and they have them in stock. They'll limit either 1 or 2, depending on how much they have. $20 out the door. And at my gun shop, if you've been with them for a long time, you don't even have to pay taxes for it. I spent like $20 some, $23, $25 for a couple of these at Walmart about a month ago. The 100 pack Federal Value Packs. And 2 tables had these. I think one was like $60, another one was $65, $70. So that's astronomical prices. But like I said, we don't know how much they paid for it, but most likely they got it at Walmart for the same price. Like I said, somebody's selling Arm Score 500 rounds for $100. And then tool ammo. It comes in regularly. When I say regular, maybe once a month or so, once every 2 months at my Walmart. $5 and something, $5.27, $5.40, something like that. Saw a couple tables that had this. They were selling it for, one was selling it for 10 something, one was like 15, I believe it was. So, but like I said, we don't know how much they're paying for it, but most likely, they're getting 4 times what they paid for it. And I'm not gonna go all crazy like I have in the past, but I think it's wrong. But also, nobody's twisting anybody's arm to buy it. So guys, please, they're going to keep on having those prices at those shows if you keep paying that amount for it. So please, if you absolutely don't need it, and you're able to go out and look for it, and then most certainly, please don't do that. And these prices at the gun shows, and you won't see these prices at on Gun Broker anymore. So please don't do that if possible. So that's my observations and a little bit of rant about the gun show. Leave me any comments if you guys been to gun shows, what you've been seeing and experiencing. And thank you for, like I said, tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all my subscribers, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.